Welcome back into the Midnight Hijack. This is your host, Rusty Relics, and we're back with Leave It Alone. So, unfortunate news is we actually had to restart. I started playing a little bit to try catching up. I was like, nah, you guys can rewatch this. It's fine. It's fine. We can just restart from scratch. It's okay, guys. It's okay. I did get the bag tying ability. I already got a good majority of our stuff back. I was trying to work on all the journals as much as I could. I just did not do it yet. So, the previous game, for a small recap, we got pretty far. Apparently, we were 61% done with this game. And, with being that close to being done, I was like, cool, whatever. I didn't realize how far we made it. And the reason we had to restart was one leaf glitched out and just disappeared off the face of the earth. So yeah, we have to restart from scratch because of a leaf. I guess you really have to leave it alone. Maybe it's not the squirrels that hit us in the head. Maybe, just maybe. It's actually just this a single leaf, and every single time we slip into a coma is because somebody had to restart the game. Because it's not even like this game autosaves a lot, but it doesn't actually like give me autosaves to load from. There's only one save file per game, but then there's like dozens of save files that I could go through. So I'm confused entirely about how the game works sometimes, but we're not going to concern ourselves with that. Right now, we're going to concern ourselves with getting this fixed up. There we go. I wonder if I just... Will it pick up? No. I do need to do some of the other missions that I have yet to continue with. So that is going to be our goals for today, is to completely catch up with everything. So like we'll upgrade my grabby hand. And I want to work on getting the rake as well, so then we can get some of those missions back too. I'm scared to use the leaf blower again just because I don't want it to glitch out again. I will be buying all the leaf inlets, so then that can be done and over with. I don't have to sit there and stress. Like, I don't want it to be like some secret achievement that I could have easily gotten. You know, it's not out of my way. I'm going to have a buttload of money left over. So I see it as no skin off of my back, you guys know? You guys get me, you feel me? But yeah. Again, this, like, I really enjoyed this game. I dislike how I lost a single leaf. I can't find it anywhere. I even went back and played the game for another 20 minutes. I added an additional 20 minutes trying to find this one leaf, and it was just nowhere to be found. I didn't know if it glitched down to a different part of the section, but it really sucks because to get the key, I need the crouch ability. And I couldn't use the crouch ability because the game glitched out. I ended up using the leaf blower to blow all of the leaves out from underneath that park bench. I got the key for the next section, went through the entirety of the next section, which was right behind where we needed to, like, right behind where we were. And still no leaf. I cleared out the entire area. Still no leaf for me to grab. So, I was just like, man, I don't know how much more I can play of that game before it turns out to just be a glitched game. So, we're going to make life easier. Restart it. I played a little bit just so that I can try catching up a bit. Knock out some of the achievements, but we're going to just redo it again. No wife today. We're going to be doing this, just us. Just me and you. You know, me and the viewer. Maybe. I don't know if that's actually a person. I don't know how Twitch works. I'm still learning how to stream. But again, this is purely like I'm relaxing. I'm enjoying myself. What I'm going to do later today is I'm going to start making shorts. Because I tried doing clips so then I could just clip it out and I didn't have to do too much work. But that didn't work. So I'm thinking I got to figure out how to do like a timestamp or something. Oh, please tell me that this game isn't glitched. Oh no. Please let it be under one of these bags. Are you kidding me? Oh, why did they turn gray? You're kidding me. Oh, wait. Oh. I was about to cry. That's so cool. Oh, that's actually so cool. I like that a lot. I had a heart attack. I thought it was broken again. I have a really smart idea that I'm hoping will work. I'm going to sweep them all up to this leaf intake. Do you see where I'm going already? I'm going to knock out like 6 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to sweep up this entire area, jump into it to do the pile mission, and then I'm just going to open up this intake. This is some ASMR stuff. Like, I really enjoy this. I don't know about you guys. I find this very peaceful. I'm almost there too. You should have seen it yesterday. I was like saying through with this rake, just shaking it at every conceivable direction to try finding this one leaf. There we go. How much is it for this intake? Oh yeah, it's all coming together, guys. And I'm already almost done with this area. That's beautiful. I like the tying off ability just because I can sit in an area and not have to worry about turning in the money until later, you know? Because see, I can just set that off to the side, especially since right now I could up here. There we go, max them out. So now I just have to start maxing out the others as well. So I need to max out the rake, and then I gotta max out the leaf blower. There we go, let's dump all that off. See how much money I have. Let's extend that. There's no other intakes over here, right? Yes, there is. $3. I like this plan more, because then I can knock out multiple birds. I wish there was like more of a visual cue of like your rake and stuff getting upgraded. That would be kind of cool. I'm going to just fill up one bag for the sake of getting the $3. Because either way, I'm doing the same amount of work, it's just how am I doing this work? So I'm hoping that's enough. If not, I'll have a giant pile of leaves. This one's just more satisfying. I like the sound of the rake. going to be the most satisfying thing in the world. I'm excited. Let me go and get that $3. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, the amount of money I just got. Alright, that was fun. I enjoyed my time. Let's go and finish cleaning this up because I want to increase my movement speed. And soon I'll be able to upgrade to get the sprint ability. Oh no. There we go. Now let's get that sprint ability. But see what I mean? Now I can just sit there and start working all the other things that matter. Because right now I don't really need the money. I can just focus on picking up all the leaves and being good. This game is still, like, even from last night, this game is so peaceful. And it's just ASMR. Because instead of doing your own housework, you can go and play housework video games. I'm not going to stream for too long, maybe like an hour, maybe 2. Because I do have some chores I gotta get done. I gotta put dishes away, I gotta clean some stuff up. There we go. Luckily I don't have to stress too much about my own house chores because I've been keeping up with them, so it's not a lot of things, it's just I have to do a few things. I was thinking, I would love to hear opinions on this. I would like to start thinking about, I would like to start thinking about doing some art streams. Like, I paint miniatures, so I was thinking about showing that off a bit. I don't know if anybody would actually be interested in that, though. Man. I just threw that right out the window. Oh no. There it is. There we go. Basketball master. I don't know if it's more satisfying to go in rows, like go like this, or if it's more satisfying to go side to side like a typewriter. Where I'm just sweeping back and forth very slowly. Because my hands are already maxed out. Now it's just maxing out the rake and eventually the leaf blower. Because look at that. Look at them go. Peace. Tranquility. Everything the Fire Nation was before it attacked. I'm sorry, that was stupid. So far at 5 bags. Jeez. Oh, still not enough. Okay. There's not an intake down here, right? No. So that I have to do by hand. What about up here? It's just that one, right? Oh, this is actually so much fun. Oh, look at the piece. That's nice. Let's very quickly, while we're down here, just pick up all of these. You know what? There was... Yeah, there was. I remember there being a picture frame back here somewhere. Oh, and there's also one up here. There we go. Let's increase those values. Welcome to the circus of... Sorry. I might be a little stupid, guys. Just a little bit, though. Oh no, my dog saw something. If I ever become like super famous, guys, would you want me to build like a soundproof room? I would really enjoy that. I'm sorry. See, my biggest thing is I really don't care about the perception of myself. As long as it's funny, let's do it. Let's have a joke or two. I'm always up for a good laugh. I'm always down to do whatever. I am, I was actually talking about this with my wife yesterday. I was thinking about doing interviews, make this like a talk show host, think of it like a Jimmy Fallon kind of thing. have like the VTuber karaoke and get VTubers that are like, oh, I can't sing to sing something, and just have interviews. My only thing that I was thinking of was I'm worried about the VTubers that don't want to answer any personal questions. So what do we talk about? So I was like sitting there all last night. I was thinking about it. I was like, well, let's talk about video game stuff. Let's talk about. I wouldn't say current events because I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about stuff like that. I want it to all just be lighthearted fun. So I was thinking about like, oh, we'll talk about their previous games, or like last night I was trying to ask my wife about like what was the weirdest thing you used as a bookmark. Because personally, I've only ever had one bookmark that I've actually used, and I still use it. I got it in. I bought the Slay the Princess a collector's edition, and it came with a metal bookmark, and it's already bent so badly. I did not take good care of it at all. But that's the thing. Is just like I'm saying there last night, just like, hey, well, what's the weirdest thing you use as a bookmark? Wanting stories, wanting to talk about it, crack jokes about it. I'm thinking I want to do the same thing with this, is to sit there and make it a joke, make it funny for everybody. I'm wondering. I'm trying to figure out who I can go with, because I don't want to like go straight off to a big VTuber and like hit up Iron Mouse or something like that, because it's like, oh, that flew right over. I don't want it to seem like, oh, I'm only doing it for the popularity to grow the channel. No, this is purely like I'm interested I love hearing people's stories. I love listening to people talk. I love just learning, hearing different perspectives on everything, math, science, history, all of it. Sometimes they're uncovering a big mystery. Something about Big Bang, yeah. But no, that's exactly what I mean. Is just I really want to learn about other other people. I actually write, and I have a few stories, and all of them I have a signature sign off where it's this jumble of words, and it says, like I'm openly saying, may the author never find your tale. Because I fully believe that you can't die until you're forgotten. So, if you're remembered, you'll always be remembered. You'll always be around. You'll always be alive. And so it's like it's more of a satirical thing of like, oh, I hope the author never finds your tale. Because who would want to live for an eternity? Eternity seems so boring. It feels like you would already learn everything. You would already do everything. You can't talk about history because you'll always be history. You'll never be the one on the outskirts looking in. You'll always be the one looking out. If that makes sense. So being remembered is like a major fear. But I don't like being recognized. I would much rather keep my solitude. And that's why I don't ruffle feathers to say. I sit there, I do my thing, and if people like what I do, then they're going to like what I do. Otherwise, they're not. I'm not going to sit there and falsify myself for others' enjoyments. Like, what you guys are seeing is how I am in real life. I stutter. I'm not the brightest. But you'll always see me cracking a joke or something. I'm always teasing people. I'm always listening to stories. I'm very talkative. I'm finally coming out of my shell. Like, I've been seeing a difference between my first videos and my recent videos. Is I'm actually sitting here talking. And I will say I do prefer uh playing with other people for the sake of the conversations. Like this right here is difficult to not get the feedback. Like I want to hear somebody else say, "Oh yeah, this is actually a good idea," or "This is not a good idea," or to further conversation. Because I'm the one that has to think about the conversations for myself to talk about. So like now I have to sit there and actually figure out what can I talk about. I've been like brainstorming ideas. I was thinking like once a month. I'm hoping to finish one book every single month. And I'm doing pretty well so far. I'm already almost done with a indie novel right now. Uh, I'm reading A Crumbling of a Nation. That one is heavily like this. The guy openly said like this is a political book. This is how I see the world changing if it continues the way it is. So it does have a lot of political conversations in it. I don't want to focus on that aspects. Like I would rather everybody else read the book. But like my biggest thing right now is I love the short stories. It's a collection of short stories. What I don't like is a lot of the stories. There's only been like two or three, and I'm already halfway through the book, where they do this thing. Uh, in the English department, we call it telling, not showing, where it's exactly what it sounds. They tell you what the moral of the story is. They tell you how you should see this part of the story. And it's like, don't tell us how we should feel. Show us, because that's what literature is. It's about letting your audience make the decision, the collective decision about uh, about how they should feel about a novel. This guy is openly like saying like, "Oh, this is bad and this is good." Don't say that it's good or bad, because then you're going to exclude yourself from a vast majority of people. You have to sit there and allow people to read the books and to make their own informed decisions. A great example is Treasure Planet. Or Treasure Island. Treasure Island. Sorry. I just watched the movie recently. Uh, reading the book Treasure Island, you can see the same thing. Because you wouldn't guess that a children's book is about the geopolitical state of economics and social life during the Victorian era. But that's what the author was writing about. Yes, the primarily reason he wrote the story was to entertain his child. He was upset that there was no good children's stories for his child. I couldn't remember if it was just there was no good stories that he liked, or if there was just like if it was that leap of like, oh, it's either you have toddler stories or you have adult stories. Like there is no children's stories. It just goes straight to young adults. I don't remember exactly. I did my research paper on that years ago. But but throughout his thing, there's this idea that all stories have meaning, whether it was intended or not, because the author does not write of his own free will. The author writes subconsciously. No idea is original. All ideas are an amalgamation of. There are these amalgamations of everything that you experience in life. So if you sit there and you only know that if you look up, your eyes will burn, then on a night sky, you won't look up. Because your entire life you have been told, don't look up at all, it'll burn your eyes. Even in moonlight, you won't look up because that has been your life lesson. Or same thing with speech and everything. Like you sit there and you're like, oh yeah, everybody can talk. Not a lot of people can talk. There's been documentaries of people that were neglected as infants and they never had the stimulation to their brain that allows for speech. So when you have instances like that, you have to really stress about what can you do for somebody without that language, without that knowledge? But that's the same thing with writing. You sit there and you have all of these stories in your head, but all of these stories are just adaptations of what you've read before. So if you see genre specific things, so for young adult novels, cool. Sorry, I got distracted. If you start reading in young adult novels, you'll see that there's a lot of them where it's um, young teen coming of age story where they have to struggle with A, B, and C, and through A, B, and C, they learn how to do X, Y, Z. Harry Potter, uh, Harry Potter and Star Wars, great examples. But if those are the only books that you're ever introduced to, that's how you're going to write youth novels. The more you read, the more you see what else a youth novel can be. There's quite a few really good books that I can definitely recommend if that is something that we want to do. Have like this book conversation once a month, where after I'm done reading a book, we sit there and I want to say roast the book, or grill the book is probably the better word. Because I never want to insult another author's works. They, it's exactly what it sounds like. They work very hard for what they have. So why would I sit there and insult it? Hit the basket with everything you can. Buy all upgrades. Unlock the leisure area. Okay, cool. But I definitely want to sit there and have, like, this is my opinions on the book. Here's my monthly book review. And in the in between, like what we're talking about now, is I'm just going to go over the books that I've already read. So like we can see, like if we go back to the genre specifics, I see Harry Potter and Star Wars being the exact same. Young kid doesn't know that he has extreme powers, and ends up having to get mentored by an older apprentice or an older mentor. He takes this apprenticeship, and then the mentor dies in one way or another, often violently. And we those genre specifics you'll see over and over again. And then like they have to form a group, blah blah blah. But then you can start seeing breakaways. So like obviously Percy Jackson falls into the Harry Potter scenario. But there is a novel called Skin of the Sea, and it's a two-part series. As of right now, I don't remember if the author said that she was making a third book. I really hope so. I really like how they ended, but continuing, this one follows African mythology. So we have mermaids, we have giant snakes, we have these mythological creatures, but it's not a I would say it's still a coming of age story, but it's not in the same respect that I would write Harry Potter and Star Wars. Because she already knows that she has powers. She's already a mythological creature. She's a mermaid, essentially. Oh, sorry, give me like 2 minutes. My wife is calling. All right, sorry about that. My wife wants to see me for a bit, so I'm going to pause the recording and pick it up again in a second. See you guys soon.